After the recent video I uploaded about the tools that Nigerian law enforcement would most likely have, which they do, and that is what they use in tracking people. And a lot of people have been raising questions like, why haven't they tracked kidnappers and bandits? Let us today talk about kidnappers. I would paint a picture for you guys now, and I want you to look into that picture and ask yourself, even with those tools, can they still apprehend kidnappers? Let us paint a scenario that I am a kidnapper. Let us say I am a kidnapper, or somebody is, or people are just certain group of kidnappers. Let's say six group of kidnappers. And in those six group of kidnappers, let's say they kidnap someone and then they take that person to a bush. Now, remember, I said that they can track your IP, they can track your ISP, they can track a TOA and the rest of it. Now, let's say those people are there. If I tend to be like a master of those kidnappers, what I would do is that during the time anybody is being kidnapped, nobody of my team member should make any phone call to either the person who you want to collect money from, who you are actually holding hostage. Nobody should make a call outside. Just hold that person down. Now, what we would do is this. I will be outside. I'll be moving around while you guys will be holding the person in as an hostage. I'm just painting a scenario for us to look at it. Now, if that person is being held hostage, I then move. I'm now moving around. If my workers want to chat me up, or we call them kidnappers, if the kidnappers want to chat you up, they don't have to call you as their boss. Nobody must call. Nobody must send text message because they can read signal and text message. What you can do is you guys can open an email address. In that email address, if you send an email, you know they are going to, somebody can also signal and you can get someone through their email address. Let's say you open an email, you write on that email address. All of you have, 2 or 3 people have the password to the email. You write to the email address and you save it as draft. You did not send the message to me as an email. You just save it as draft. Then and I come in and I open that email address. I clean the draft, the message you type. I type my own message. Now you understand that there is no signal going in and going out. It is just an email address. You are telling me, oh, for example, Oga, the kidnapper, this is what, the kidnappers, the person that is being apprehended, this is what the person wants, or this is what we are thinking to do. Then I will just clean that message you put. I'm not creating a new one. I'm just wiping it out and typing it in a draft message in an email address. So we can both read email, we can both read message without sending message to anybody. Now, the question is, if I, who tends to be the boss, I want to maybe make ransom and I want to call the family of the people who is being apprehended, that person, for example, I would not stay in a location, because if you stay in a location to make the call, they would track the location. So you are using the person's phone, the owner of the person's phone that is being apprehended. You carry the phone and you are using it to make the call. So rather than you to stay in a place so that they understand the TOA and they say, oh, this is the signal. Whenever you want to make the call, you are always on an express driving. So that means you are moving from one tower to the other tower. You are just driving on an express road. So if the tower is moving, even if the law enforcement is using tracking to see that location of that phone, the thing is just going towards different towers. So the question is, which tower is the signal where the call is actually coming from? Are you people getting the picture? So they cannot get any signal of any tower to even know if this person that is calling is from this angle, because the person is driving speed and is making the call and is using the phone of the person that is being apprehended. So the question is this: until they get their money, you just have to put it in a location, whatever they want to do. I'm not an expert on all those things, but I just paint a picture for you guys. Now, how do you think the law enforcement can get such people? Now, the problem is this: the law enforcement of Nigerians, they are intelligent, they are smart, but not as smart as they are supposed to be. And this is the reason why they cannot apprehend many kidnappers. And they would have gotten a lot of people who would have given them more insight, more tactics on how they can explore various options. But the problem is the law enforcement of Nigeria, many of them are corrupt. And I will put it this way: most Nigerians, we are always blaming um, the law enforcement in different ways. I think that I don't really blame them so much. I think it's just because the system is rotten. As much as you are oppressed, they are also oppressed. The problem is that we all are in a cage and we all are in a zoo. The only thing that makes them happy is because they are the one carrying the weapons to stop other prisoners. So they don't know that they are also prisoners. So when we are trying to protest and cry for help, rather for them to stand by us, to support us so that our voice will be heard, rather they want to show their power because they feel they are forced, and then they begin to reduce the voice of the people, whereby they increase the power of their oppressor. And they forget that they have family. They forget that their children are also going to grow. They forget that one day they will be out of job and their pension would also be held by the government officials. And the critical thing when people also make comments like Nigerian politicians are the most corrupt people. I don't think Nigerian politicians are corrupt. Do they influence corruption? Yes. Are they corrupt? Yes. But are they the major corrupt people? No. The major corrupt thing about Nigeria is the judicial system. The moment the last junction of every society is in the justice system, if they begin to buy houses for judges, after judges are receiving their salary to do their work, one certain kind of people are buying houses for judges, buying this for judges, and giving judges certain privileges and the rest of it, so that the next election, these same judges will be able to rule so that they can continue the power. It is a system that is being set. And the moment judges are being destroyed or are being corrupted in a society, the chances for that country to revive itself is very difficult. Look at what is happening with Deliver Rotimi. So the police are law enforcement corrupt. There are many corrupt law enforcement from the top to the bottom. They are. But I just paint a picture. Now, is there a solution to the kidnapping case I just explained? Yes. But how would you want to work with law enforcement or want to support law enforcement to enlighten them, to show them their stuff and the rest of it, to help them, navigate some of the challenges they face, when they can't even keep to their word, when they can't even treat each other with respect and the rest of it? Well, they only salute each other. I don't want to really talk about them, because I just paint a scenario for you guys to understand that regardless of all those tools they have, human beings are the most wisest design that we have. Some of you are thinking it is the technology. So when they say they want to hold people from speaking out their views, their opinion, and if you speak out your opinion because you insult a government official or abuse a government official, they are going to arrest you and you're going to be jailed or whatever they are trying to insinuate. How would you want to help such kind of people with such mentality? Just keep watching them. Let them keep walking.
When you are revolutionary and you talk the truth, people will come and slap you down. Then you talk the truth again, they lock you in jail. Them never hear anything at all. Then go hear pansa pansa. When you are revolutionary and you talk the truth, people will come and slap you down. Then you talk the truth again, they lock you in jail. Them never hear anything at all. Then go hear pansa pansa.